So hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to Kreatryx channel. So first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Vishal Soni and I have cleared engineering services examination 2 times from electronics and telecommunication branch, both times in double digit rank. In 2014 my rank was 98 and in 2015 my rank was 25th. I have served as a Group A Gastro Officer in Indian Railways and in Indian Telecommunication Services. So most of you must have been following me on the Kreatryx channel for electromagnetic field theory. So if you are a seeker of a free education, this is the channel for you, and you must understand that all these free initiatives is coming your way because of the Unacademy. So Unacademy is the revolution in the field of the free education and the affordable education. So how can you access those free courses? So if you want to access the free courses, you must immediately subscribe this channel, Kreatryx channel, because all the top educators of the country is providing the free course on this channel. And that free course is absolutely brilliant in content, that is systematic, that is organized, and that is complete. So complete playlist you will be getting of a particular subject. You can develop the concept, you can gain confidence. More than that, you can love the subject. So immediately subscribe this channel. Secondly, if you want to access more free content, then you must immediately download the Unacademy Learners app, because on the Unacademy Learners app, top educators of the country are conducting the free special classes. In that free special classes, you can get topic wise clarity of a particular concept. And do not forget to follow me on the Unacademy Learning app. So you can also access the courses. So you must have two things. First is your YouTube channel. This YouTube channel, Kreatryx YouTube channel, must be subscribed. Secondly, you must understand that you should have the Unacademy Learning app. That is must for you in order to crack the examination. So these are the parts of the free education. And if you want to organize your content well, if you want more comprehensive manner, if you want other advantages of the Unacademy, then what are the other initiatives that is running by the Unacademy? So another initiative that is running by the Unacademy is Unacademy Plus. So on the Unacademy Plus, this is very affordable for those who actually want to take their preparation to the next level. So आपको Unacademy Plus में क्या क्या मिलेगा? You will be getting the live classes on a fixed time, so that you can get more disciplined, you can get more organized, and you have something in your mind that at this particular time my classes are going to run. Apart from that, you will get free test series designed by the educator itself. So gone those times when we have lot of errors in the test series, we do not have the discussions of the test series. So there the test series will be conducted by the educators. They themselves will be discussing the solutions of that particular thing. So you can imagine that your preparation is going to the next level for this. Apart from that, those who have prepared themselves for the examination, so for them there are crash courses also available. Again the crash courses will going to help you in achieve good ranks. Those who have already achieved good ranks and want to improve their rank, for them there are rank improvement batches. More than that, you can also see that there are unlimited practice sessions. So what do you understand by unlimited practice session? Which means there will be various doubt solving sessions. Apart from the doubt solving sessions, there are weekly quizzes, and with the help of those weekly quizzes you can enhance your problem solving skills. So lot of unlimited doubt solving sessions, lot of quiz sessions, systematic content, structured content. You can download the PDF after the lectures, so you don't have to waste your time in order to making notes. You can utilize those times to practice the particular concepts, or you can use those times to just write down the formulas so that you can remember those formulas quickly. Apart from this plus subscription, there is also one subscription which is known as Iconic. So Iconic subscriptions are for them who actually do not have the self motivation but having the talent. So if they are having the talent and you do not have the self motivation that how can I push myself to crack the examination, so in this Iconic subscription you will be assigned a personal coach. So this personal coach is going to be with you every time, and he will help you to achieve your dreams. You will get a study planner which will be customized for you. You will get the expert guidelines who have already topped the examination. They will be basically hand holding you to crack the examination. So if you think you are not self motivated, if you think you do not have the proper background to crack any particular competitive examination, so this Iconic subscription is must for you. This is going to help you. So if you want the free education, then YouTube channel and the special classes are must for you. And if you can afford a little bit, how much you should afford, that we'll discuss in a while. But if you can afford a little bit, you should come on to this Unacademy Plus. And more than that, if you want the expedited process in your preparation, आप जल्दी से एग्जाम निकालना चाहते हैं, जल्दी से अपनी गलतियां सुधारना चाहते हैं, so this Iconic subscription is for you. Then now let us start today's lecture, which is on the communication system. So now let us start the lecture.
So friends, till the last lecture we have studied about amplitude modulation and few very important terms such as modulation index and how to draw the spectrum of message signals. But till last lecture we did not know the shape of the message signal. In all the formulas, in all the discussions, we have taken the general shape of message signals. Now we will standardize the shape of message signal and we will discuss step-by-step processes. So first case, we are deciding that message signal is having a sinusoidal shape and it is having a single frequency. So let me define a message signal as AM cos omega mt, or sometimes I can also write it as AM cos 2 pi fmt. We know that this signal is having a single frequency, hence it is known as single tone sinusoidal signal. So we know that whenever m of t is AM cos omega mt, the spectrum can be drawn as m of omega versus omega. It will have an impulse at omega m of area pi am and impulse of area pi am at minus omega m. The carrier signal is in our control, so we will always choose carrier signal as sinusoidal. So this becomes C of omega. It will have two impulses, one at omega c, another one at minus omega c, and area will be pi AC. Now this ST will be AC plus MT cos omega CT. We will write M of t as AM cos omega MT cos omega CT. So let me take this AC as common, so it becomes 1 plus AM by AC cos omega MT cos omega CT, and from here we can define mu as mod of MT max by AC. This is our message signal. This is a symmetrical message signal, so mu can be written as AM by AC. So I'm using here ST equal to AC into 1 plus mu cos omega MT into cos omega CT. So this ST will become AC cos omega CT plus mu AC cos omega CT cos omega MT. So this will become AC cos omega CT. I will write here mu AC by 2 cos omega CT cos omega MT. So 2 cos A cos B will become cos A plus B plus cos A minus B. So it becomes AC cos omega CT plus mu AC by 2 cos of omega C plus omega M into T plus mu AC by 2 cos of omega C minus omega M into T. So with respect to single tone message signal, we must remember these two standard expressions. One is AC into 1 plus mu cos omega M T cos omega CT, and second important expression is AC cos omega CT plus mu AC by 2 cos omega C plus omega M into T plus mu AC by 2 cos omega C minus omega M into T. So these two standard expressions we must remember. Now let me draw the spectrum of modulated signal. So due to this term, there will be two impulses. one at omega c, another one will be at minus omega c, and the area will be pi AC. This area will also be pi AC. Due to this cosinusoidal term, one impulse will be at omega c plus omega m, and the area will be pi mu AC by 2, and another impulse will be at minus of omega c plus omega m, and this area will be mu AC by 2 multiplied with pi. Similarly, due to this cosinusoidal term, one impulse will be at omega c minus omega m, and another impulse will be minus omega c plus omega m, and the area will be pi into mu AC by 2, pi into mu AC by 2. Now if I want to write it in F form, so we know that whenever impulses are present, we need to divide both horizontal and vertical axes by 2 pi. So I will divide it by 2 pi, will become FC plus FM. This will be FC minus FM. This will be minus FC plus FM, and minus FC minus FM. So this amplitude becomes AC by 2. This becomes mu AC by 4, mu AC by 4. This becomes AC by 2. This is also mu AC by 4, mu AC by 4. So from here, we will do first of all some frequency related calculations. So frequency related calculations. First of all, the frequency content of message signals. So message signal has maximum frequency component as FM. C of t has single frequency component of FC. Then the modulated signal has frequency component FC and FC plus minus FM. This frequency components represents carrier frequency, and here FC plus FM represents upper sideband and FC minus FM represents lower sideband. So from here you can observe this frequency component is carrier frequency component. This frequency component is known as upper sideband, and this frequency component is known as lower sideband. Also you can see here in the resultant spectrum it has one carrier component and two sidebands, hence the name can be given as double sideband full carrier. Also you must notice that the frequency present in the output of the spectrum has three discrete frequencies. One is at FC, one is as FC plus FM, and another one is FC minus FM. Now the second important calculation is frequency component and their strength. So the frequency component FC has strength of AC by 2, and frequency component at FC plus minus FM has strength mu AC by 4. So FC plus FM and FC minus FM. FC has strength of AC by 2. FC plus FM has strength of mu AC by 4, and FC minus FM has strength of mu AC by 4. Now bandwidth. We know that bandwidth is highest positive frequency at which component is present, that is FC plus FM, minus lowest positive frequency at which component is present. So the bandwidth comes out to be FC plus FM minus FC minus FM, or twice of FM, or we can write it as 2 into maximum frequency component of MT. So this formula of bandwidth we have already remembered, and this formula is valid here also. So these are basically some frequency related calculations. Now we will do some power related calculations. We have already calculated the general expression as AC cos omega ct plus mu AC by 2 cos omega c plus omega mt plus mu AC by 2 cos omega c minus omega m into t. So all these three frequency components having different frequencies, so we can simply add their powers. So power generated by first term will be AC square by 2. Power generated by second term will be mu AC by 2 whole square by 2. And power generated by third term will be mu AC square by 2. So the total power generated will become AC square by 2 plus mu square AC square by 8 plus mu square AC square by 8, or it becomes AC square by 2 plus mu square AC square by 4. I can take AC square by 2 common, so it becomes 1 plus mu square by 2, or I can write AC square by 2 as power of carrier component. So the total power generated will become PAM equal to PC into 1 plus mu square by 2, and power dissipated will be PAM by R, or I can write it as PC by R 1 plus mu square by 2. Now let me break this total power into two parts. So it will become PC plus PC mu square by 2. This is power of carrier component, and obviously the remaining power will be power generated by sideband. So from here we get the formula for sideband power, and it comes out to be PC mu square by 2. This sideband power is equally divided into upper sideband and lower sideband. So the power of upper sideband will always be equal to power of lower sideband, and it will be half of the total sideband power. Last important term is modulation efficiency. Modulation efficiency is share of sideband power in total power. Sideband power is PC mu square by 2. Total power is PC into 1 plus mu square by 2. And upon solving we get the formula as mu square upon 2 plus mu square. This is the modulation efficiency. Now let us draw a few important conclusions. We know that mu equal to 0 represents unmodulated carrier, and in this case total power of AM becomes PC, because whenever mu is 0, so we can write it as AM by AC, or it represents AM equal to 0 or message signal has not been received yet, or message signal is yet to come. So whenever mu is 0, it represents unmodulated carrier, and total power of AM becomes equal to the total power of carrier. Now, whenever mu becomes 1, in that case PAM becomes 1.5 PC, or we can say that whenever mu is increased from 0 to 1, total AM power increases from PC to 1.5 PC, or total AM power increases by 50%. And about eta, we can say that whenever mu is 0, eta is 0, and whenever mu is 1, eta is 1 by 3. So we can say that as mu increases, eta increases. Eta represents share of sideband power in total power. We know that our message signal is stored in sidebands, so we always need eta to be as high as possible, because eta represents the share of sideband power in total power, and we know that our message signal is stored in sidebands, so the maximum power, if given to sidebands, it will always represent that the component which is having message signal is getting higher power, and it will be carried to receiver with less distortions or with less attenuation. So now let me write the summary. The summary of single tone discussion. In single tone, message signal will be given as mm cos 2 pi fmt. Carrier signal will be given as AC cos 2 pi fct. We have to remember two general expressions. First one is AC into 1 plus mu cos 2 pi fmt into cos 2 pi fct. And second general expression is AC cos 2 pi fct plus mu AC by 2 cos 2 pi fc plus fm into t plus mu AC by 2 cos 2 pi fc minus fm into t. Next point, m of t is having frequency of fm, c of t is having a frequency of fc, then s of t will have frequencies fc and fc plus minus fm. Also, bandwidth of st will become 2 fm. Now the important part is power calculation. For calculation of power, we will use formula Pc into 1 plus mu square by 2, and value of mu will be mod of mt max by AC if Ka is not given, and it will become Ka mod of mt max if Ka is given. Also eta equal to mu square upon 2 plus mu square. Here also we will use two formulas for mu, mod of mt max by AC if Ka is not given, and Ka mod of mt max if Ka is given. So this is the summary. So while solving the questions, we will take care of all these points. Now in this case, the message signal is multiple single tone sinusoidal signal. So in this case, the message signal can be AM1 cos omega m1t plus AM2 cos omega 2t. And here I am assuming that omega m2 is greater than omega m1 and AM2 is less than AM1, because practically as the frequency increases, the amplitude of the carrier frequency components decreases. Again, carrier signal is in our control, so we will always assume carrier to be sinusoidal. Now what will be the general expression of SAMT? It will become AC plus MT cos omega CT. So I will write it as AC plus AM1 cos omega m1t plus AM2 cos omega m2t. So I will take AC as common. It will become AM1 by AC cos omega m1t plus AM2 by AC cos omega m2t. So I'm defining this AM1 by AC as mu1 and AM2 by AC as mu2. So this SAMT becomes AC into 1 plus mu1 cos omega m1t plus mu2 cos omega m2t into cos omega ct. So this is the general expression which you must remember. Now again I will expand it. So it becomes AC cos omega ct plus mu1 AC cos omega ct cos omega m1t plus mu2 AC cos omega ct cos omega m2t. So it becomes AC cos omega ct plus mu1 AC by 2 cos omega c plus omega m1t plus mu1 AC by 2 cos omega c minus omega m1 into t plus mu2 AC by 2 cos omega c plus omega m2 into t plus mu2 AC by 2 cos omega c minus omega m2 into t. So this will represent an impulse at omega c. This will represent impulse at omega c plus omega m1. This will represent an impulse at omega c minus omega 1. This will represent omega c plus omega m2, and this will represent an impulse at omega c minus omega m2. So let me draw the spectrum of the modulated signal. So first of all, there will be two impulses, one at omega c, another one is at minus omega c, and area will be pi AC, pi AC. Next impulse will be at omega c plus omega m1 and minus omega c minus omega m1. And similarly, one impulse will be at minus omega c minus omega m1 and minus omega c plus omega m1. And the strength of all these impulses will be same, and it will be equal to mu1 AC by 4. We know that whenever A cos omega ct is written, the strength will be pi AC. So it will become pi into mu1 AC by 2. Similarly, one impulse will be at omega c plus omega m2 and minus omega c minus omega m2. Similarly, one impulse will be at omega c minus omega m2 and minus omega c plus omega m2. And all these impulses will have strength of pi mu2 AC by 2. So this is the spectrum. Now in this spectrum we can observe that we have two upper sidebands. This is first upper sideband, this is second upper sideband. Any frequency component above omega c is known as upper sideband. Now any frequency component below omega c is known as lower sideband. So this will be first lower sideband and this will be second lower sideband. Again we are getting a carrier component and sidebands, so it is also known as double sideband full carrier. Now the frequency component of carrier was omega c. The message signal has two discrete frequencies omega 1 and omega m2, and the modulated signal has frequencies omega c plus minus omega 1 and omega c plus minus omega m2. So these things we can write. Now again, first of all we will do frequency related calculations. So in frequency related calculations, our message signal has two frequencies. One is FM1 and other one is FM2. It has two discrete frequencies and we have assumed that FM2 is greater than FM1. Carrier signal has single frequency component FC and the modulated signal has FC plus minus FM1, FC plus minus FM2. Here we have two frequencies FC plus FM1, FC minus FM1. Similarly, FC plus FM2, FC minus FM2. Next is bandwidth of ST. So the bandwidth will be highest positive frequency, that is FC plus FM2 minus lowest positive frequency. So it comes out to be twice of FM2, or we can write it as 2 into maximum frequency component of MT. From here also we can see that the maximum frequency component is omega c plus omega m2 or FC plus FM2, and minimum frequency component is omega c minus omega m2 or FC minus FM2. So these two are the frequency related calculations. Next is power related calculations. For power related calculations, we will again calculate power of different components. Here it is written. So I will calculate power generated by different components. So the first component will have power as AC square by 2. The second component will have power as mu AC by 2 whole square by 2 plus mu 1 AC by 2 whole square by 2. Similarly, fourth component and fifth component's power can also be written. So the total power generated becomes AC square by 2 plus mu 1 square AC square by 4 plus mu 2 square AC square by 4. Now I can take this AC square by 2 common. So it becomes 1 plus mu1 square by 2 plus mu2 square by 2. And I can write it as PC 1 plus mu1 square by 2 plus mu2 square by 2. This is the total power generated. Now the total power dissipated in R ohm resistor becomes PAM by R. Now let me further break this. So it can be written as PC plus PC mu1 square by 2 plus PC mu2 square by 2. This becomes power of carrier components. This becomes power of sideband 1 and this becomes power of sideband 2. So the power of sideband 1 can be written as PC into mu1 square by 2 and power of sideband 2 can be written as PC into mu2 square by 2. This power is equally distributed in first upper and lower sideband pair, and this is also equally distributed between second upper sideband and lower sideband pair. So the power of upper sideband or lower sideband 1 becomes PC mu1 square by 4. Similarly, PUSB2 equal to power of LSP2 becomes PC mu2 square by 4. Now, if total sideband power is asked, so we will calculate PC into mu1 square by 2 plus mu2 square by 2. To simplify this formula, we can write mu1 square plus mu2 square equal to mu t square or mu total. So the mu total becomes mu1 square plus mu2 square, and total AM power can be written as PC into 1 plus mu t square by 2. So the total AM power becomes PC into 1 plus mu t square by 2, and in this also we can observe the total sideband power becomes this. Now last term, modulation efficiency. So the modulation efficiency is share of sideband power in total power. It becomes PC into mu t square by 2 upon PC plus PC mu t square by 2. So it can be written as mu t square upon 2 plus mu t square. So these are formulas related with the case when message signal is having different single tone frequencies. So the summary of this section can be: first of all, the message signal will have single tone frequencies. So one is FM1, second one will become FM2. Carrier signal is as usual sinusoidal, so it will become AC cos 2 pi FCT. Now here also we need to remember two general expressions. First one is ST equal to AC into 1 plus mu1 cos 2 pi FM1T plus mu2 cos 2 pi FM2T into cos 2 pi FCT. Here mu1 is defined as AM1 by AC and mu2 is defined as AM2 by AC. Third general expression we must remember is AC cos 2 pi FCT plus mu1 AC by 2 cos 2 pi FC plus FM1T plus mu1 AC by 2 cos 2 pi Fc minus Fm1 into T plus mu2 AC by 2 cos 2 pi Fc plus Fm2 into T plus mu2 AC by 2 cos 2 pi Fc plus Fm2 into T. Now, message signal is having two discrete frequencies Fm1, Fm2. CT is having a single frequency Fc. So the modulated signal will have frequency components as Fc plus minus Fm1, Fc plus minus Fm2. The power of AM signal becomes Pc into 1 plus mu t square by 2, and eta becomes mu t square upon 2 plus mu t square, where mu t is nothing but mu1 square plus mu2 square. Case third, when message signal is a square wave. So let me draw the square wave. This is the message signal AM minus AM. We know that square wave is half wave symmetric signal. So if the time period of the signal is t0, then it will have frequency components as f0, 3f0, 5f0, 7f0 and so on, where f0 represents fundamental harmonic and it can be written as 1 by t0. Now, in this case, we are interested in frequency and power calculation only, and also how to draw the envelope. So here, the general expression of SAMT becomes AC plus MT cos omega CT, or I can write it as A of T cos omega CT. Now, I am considering the case of mu less than 1 or equal to 1. So in this case, the mu becomes AM by AC and it is less than 1, or I can write it as AC minus AM greater than 0. So the modulated signal will be drawn, but first of all we will draw AT. So to draw the AT, we will add AC to this signal. So this signal becomes AC plus AM somewhere in between it will be AC. This is AC plus AM and this is AC minus AM, and it will always be greater than 0. So to draw the modulated signal waveform, first of all we will draw AT in dotted form. We will take its mirror image. Calculate value at t equal to 0. So it will be AC, and we will draw sinusoidal shape in between. So this is our A of t, and this is modulated signal SAMT. Now let us track the envelope of this signal. The envelope is trace of positive peaks. So whenever we will trace the positive peaks, we again get the signal E of t equal to A of t. So I'm drawing envelope separately, and the general format of envelope in this case will be something like this. So this is our envelope. The peak value of envelope will be AC plus AM. This will be AC minus AM, and this value will be AC. So in this case, the shape of envelope will also be a square wave. Now frequency calculations. For frequency calculations, we know that m of t is having infinite number of frequencies f0, 3f0, 5f0, 7f0 up to infinite. Carrier signal is having only a single frequency fc. So the modulated signal will have frequencies fc, fc plus minus f0, fc plus minus 3f0, fc plus minus 5f0, and so on. So these will be the frequencies of ST. Again, for the calculation of power, we need to remember the general expression. The general expression is AC plus MT cos omega CT. So the general expression for power was PC plus PM by 2. We know that whenever message signal is symmetrical square wave or asymmetrical square wave, in that case, the power of message signal will always be equal to AM square. So I will put this value here. It becomes AC square by 2 plus AM square by 2. The value of PM is always equal to AM square when message signal is square wave. So total AM power in this case becomes AC square by 2 plus AM square by 2. Or I can take AC square by 2 as common, so it becomes 1 plus AM square by AC square. In this case also mu equal to mod of MT max by AC. It is a symmetrical signal, so we can use this formula. Maximum value of MT becomes AM and AM by AC. So PAM becomes AC square by 2 1 plus mu square, or I can write it as total AM power becomes PC into 1 plus mu square. This is the power generated, and to calculate power dissipated, we will simply divide it by R. Now let me break this. PAM becomes PC plus PC mu square. So this is carrier signal, and this is the power of sidebands. Now what is modulation efficiency? Modulation efficiency is share of sideband power in total AM power. So it becomes PC mu square upon PC plus PC mu square. PC gets cancelled out, and the modulation efficiency comes out to be mu square upon 1 plus mu square. So the summary of this case becomes the M of t is square wave, C of t is simple sinusoidal carrier. This has infinite frequencies f0, 3f0, 5f0, and this is having a single frequency component fc. So the modulated signal becomes st and it has frequencies fc, fc plus minus f0, fc plus minus 3f0, and so on. For power calculations, PAM is PC into 1 plus mu square and eta equal to mu square upon 1 plus mu square. In both the cases, mu equal to mod of empty max by AC when Ka not given, and mu equal to Ka mod of empty max when Ka is given. Thank you so much.
So if you have liked today's lecture and you want to subscribe to Unacademy Plus, the very first thing that you should understand that you should use this particular code. What is the code? The code is Vishal Gate. Write my name and attach Gate to it. So by using this particular code, you will be getting all the advantages of the Unacademy Plus. All the added advantages will be directly assigned to you. Secondly, you will directly come to under my guidance, and that will surely help you to crack the examination in the least possible time, and you will also get the guidance of the complete team. Okay, and the most important thing is that you will immediately get the 10% discount on that. So immediately you are enabled to get 10% discount once you use this coupon code. So for example, if you talk about the plus subscription, which is costing you 25,000 for 1 year, and if you use this coupon code Vishalgate, immediately you are going to get 10% discount, which is 22,500. And if you talk about the iconic, for the iconic subscription of the 12 month, this will cost you around 40,400. So these are the cost of the 12 months. And if you want to talk about the 2-year subscription, cost of the plus, it is your 27,000 after discount. If you want more discount than 10%, and you have already attended the special classes, then you will be having some credits in your account. Do not forget to use those credits so that you can get more discount than 10%. Now, how can you pay these amounts? So there is one good news for you, that you can pay this amount by using credit cards and debit cards by using the facility of the zero cost EMI. So if you want to pay this particular amount of 22,500 with the help of zero cost EMI, so the zero cost EMI can be availed by using credit cards and debit cards. Remember, you can use the credit card of any company, but the debit card is allowed for SDFC and the Bajaj Finserv. Apart from that, if you want to directly pay this much of amount, you think that this particular amount is the most affordable fees that can be provided to you for 1 year subscription, तो आप directly क्या कर सकते हैं? You can use this credit card, debit card, direct payment. You can also go for the EMI options, okay, and you can directly pay this amount by using net banking. Every time you think of the Unacademy Plus subscription, the first thing that should come in your mind is this particular code. Do not forget to use this code once you take the subscription, because I have already told you that this particular coupon code is going to give you the lot of advantages, so you cannot miss the opportunity to use this code. So every student who want to come on to the Unacademy Plus, they want to take the advantages of the Unacademy Plus, they want to empower themselves in the best possible manner in this digital era, they want to be the part of this revolution, then this is the time for you. You do not have to wait for it. If you are in the first year, if you are in the second year, you are in the third year, the best possible time is right now to prepare for the examination, to dedicate yourself, to give yourself the opportunity so that you can get the success as early as possible. Apart from that, you should also join this GATE aspirant group. So this GATE aspirants group is already having 150k plus students, so you can join it. There are a lot of discussions going on between students. You can get the advantage of those discussions. Okay, you can also join this Kreatryx channel, which is a Telegram channel. So everyone has to join this channel so that you can get all the PDFs of the lecture which is being assigned to you. Fine. There are various channels which you can go for it. So various channels in the association with Kreatryx, so you can follow the channel of your interest. And this is it in today's lecture. So let us meet in the next lecture. Thank you so much.